Everyone, we're doing a Regulation D emergency podcast, incredibly impromptu, with Alex, Jeudy, Nails, and Gavin in call, and maybe other people will join. We'll see. But we were just hanging out talking about Reg D, and we figured we should, put it on video. So just to give you all a rundown, Reg D allows for all non-restricted Pokemon to be allowed, including transfer Pokemon. That means that we have. Where's the list? Did Justin post a list anywhere?
I think when people have been using Z's like tier list tweet as like a reference.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
post
cool.
that in chat for us.
Is this on YouTube, by the way, or Twitch? I'm just curious.
This is on Twitch.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Hi, Twitch.
We got all of these Pokemon. Also, I think this is missing one. It's missing Spectrier at the very least, so I'm missing others. I don't know.
Career and Urshifu Dark, but you can just assume both the Urshifus are clumped.
Yeah, but we got a bunch of new Pokemon. What do y'all think? Okay, first off, what's the big threat? Who wants to say it?
I don't.
It's the bear.
Cocaine.
The bear is gonna get you.
Ursaluna.
Cocaine bear kills everyone.
Yeah, I don't think that's like a hot take. It's just like this is Ursaluna's world, and we're all living in it. The first month is going to be spent learning how the fuck to survive an Ursaluna hit. The next month will be learning how to beat the single adjustment to it, and then at Worlds we'll finally have any amount of depth to the format.
I'm also putting on the Regulation D matches in the Pokemon Showdown room in the background. If y'all want to watch that, just to see what.
Yo, Sneasler.
Yeah.
Psychic Seed Sneasler.
Psychic
Did
Seed
Direflaw get anything yet?
It's got Unburden. It's crazy.
Oh wait, did it just one shot the Flutter? The Life Orb Flutter, and I think the Direclaw just killed.
Wait, which game are you watching?
The most recent one.
Pixel.
Yeah, Direclaw just took it out.
Caesar's cool. Dire Claw. I guess we should talk about like what the new stuff is, huh? Right, like we should probably tell people what their. I mean, okay. There's a bunch of like crazy new Pokemon that are of course all on here. Ursaluna being the crazy one first and foremost, which is how do I find this? Ursaluna Cerebi. This mon is stupid. It's got all the stats. How do I find it on SV? Gen 9 Dex.
So if anyone
Just open it up in the Showdown
Melmetal,
Builder.
Good point.
if anyone knows about
Showdown.
Melmetal, it's like almost as good as Melmetal, and that guy is like very much not okay. And yeah, Ursaluna just goes bear mode on the format.
What do you mean? Tapu Fini's a hard counter.
Oh, that's true. How much does the Headlong Rush do? It's still doing like 70 or 80 without Guts Boost.
Any?
I said 70
No,
or 80.
shut up.
Oh, hey Z, you've actually thought about the format. We can't hear you, Z.
Man, we also haven't mentioned the signature moves of the genies. The signature moves of the genies are all really dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the Genie's power creep is also kind of crazy.
Why did the genies need to be made stronger? Why?
Well, no, just the Genies weren't high variance enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
They weren't.
They gave Thunderous Acrobatics. I don't know how you use that, but it also has that.
Hold up, can someone make a meme of like it's the trolley problem, but it's Rockslide Landorus versus like Sand Seer Stream or whatever the fuck it's called?
You run both.
So this move,
Yeah.
100 base power special move, and it has a 20% chance to burn, so it works with Sheer Force. Spread move, so it hits both targets 80% of the time, 80% accurate. Just sometimes you get burns,
Everyone
you
loves
miss.
Hydro Pump. Everyone loves Hydro Pump Bundle. Well, what if you did it twice per turn with secondary effects?
For
on the
those of
move?
you who know about Precipice Blades, it's very comparable to that move.
Except Precipice Blade is more accurate.
Precipice Blades is more accurate, and like physical to special change, obviously, but 120 base power versus 130 base power with Fear Force. But Lando has a lower stat than Groudon, so comparable-ish. Slight differences, but the numbers are pretty much in the same ballpark.
I think
Go ahead.
I think like another like Pokemon that's gonna be crazy is just Cresselia. Like, I think Cresselia is gonna be so stupid common.
It got nerfed this gen. It got like a lower base stat total, but
I was literally.
it got a crazy move. It got Lunar Blessing. It's just jungle healing. It's crazy.
Yeah. Is Cresselia the best Ursaluna partner? I guess that's the week 0. What's the best Ursaluna partner? And is it Cresselia?
It's Gen Power.
It's oh fuck.
It's like, it's definitely gonna be either like Cress or Oranguru, and like, let's be serious, it's not Oranguru, so it's gonna be Cress.
It could be Bronzong.
That's true. Bronzong is like,
Yeah, Bronzong or Soluna, you can set up gravity for it. You can, and so that you can kill their Bronzong, of course.
it's like 2016. You end up with skill swap mind games where you skill swap away their guts to still get one shot by the headlong rush.
Yep. But it means your bear lives their bear, so it's still worth.
True.
Also, for anybody wondering, for no real reason, wanking Wayne, whatever it's called,
Yeah,
and
Wanking
Iron Leaves. And Iron Leaves, they are not legal. So they stay banned. They stay out of here. To be fair, they were both gonna get like just mowed over by Bundle and Flutter. They're weak to both of their like attacks. So whatever. Freeze dry, Shadow Ball, Moonblast clears. But
I was
it would have been fun.
Of Winking Wink.
Link and Wayne.
We'll never see it ever because it is a mythical mon.
I guess so.
Wait,
But we do get
Basket
Inheritance,
Legion.
which is fun.
Basket Legion has gender forms. Man, they just, you know, they don't want to see a woman win. That's just what it is. Why is the female version just worse?
It was the one that got like more special attack or something, right?
Yeah, but it's like kind of. Does it have a special move pool? You click in like Hydro Pump with this dude?
I mean, to be fair, adaptability is an ability. Also, wait, don't they have different abilities?
No, they have the
No, I
same.
don't think they have the same abilities.
What are the abilities on this thing? Does it still have Mold Breaker as one option?
Mold Breaker,
Yeah.
Swift Swim, and Adaptability.
Wait,
All three are pretty cracked. I think Mold Breaker is probably the weakest, but like all three
Wait,
are pretty.
Did they get Muddy Water?
Wait. Actually, though, I think like
I don't know what you want.
special Swift Swim is probably real as fuck. Like, if
Yeah, no, 100 special attack on a special Swift Swimmer is real. I agree with Jeudy.
it does not get Muddy Water though, so it's a bit unfortunate. What's it? Can you call category special attack so we can see what special moves they got?
Does it get Scald?
It does not get Scald. It gets Chilling Water. That's pretty close, right? It gets Water Pulse. It does get Hydro Pump. It gets Surf if you want to hit that. And if you look at non-water moves, it gets Blizzard, Ice Beam, Uproar, Shadow Ball. I mean, it's a ghost type, right? Shadow Ball's pretty good. Terra Blast. You can Terra Blast things.
That's I unfortunately will admit that I lost all interest the moment I found out that it doesn't get Muddy Water.
So here's the thing I want to say about this fish is, like, and why I think Regulation C is still just like stupid. Is like, look at this thing. It's got Swift Swim, and you're like, all right, how fast is it? And fucking Bundle still just sits on top of it, freeze dries it before it can hit, and it probably won't one shot. It's got like 120 HP. It's kind of nice. And I think it's got a weak defense, but like okay spin out.
Basket is like very slightly weaker than Palafin.
Also, I'm just kind of like walking around my apartment cleaning things, so I can't actually look at the screen. That's why I'm just like speaking off the top of my head.
You're good.
The mod is weak to freeze dry and it's slower than Bundle, so like I'm just here crying in the club. And also, you're like gonna get, even if they're not killing you with freeze dry, they click Icy Wind and then the Electy like thunderbolts you and you just die because guess what? You're not gonna outspeed a +1.
Right.
Or
you gotta go timid to outspeed allocate +2 even. Like it's kind of sad.
Speaking of, that's like the thing that Lucky is a Pokemon that a lot of people are going to look at as like, you know, oh, it's this new kind of like speed ceiling, but we've actually already still got a higher speed ceiling. which is like booster speed bundle. This is why I went on that stupid like. I gave that hot take on a tub take the other day that I think bundle is more toxic than Lucky. I honestly still might stand by it. But Lucky will be strong. They're going to be like really fast bolt beam. If you want to dodge Icy Wind, you also have to dodge Electro Web. Or sorry, reverse. But if you want to like dodge Electro Web with your ground type, there's an Icy Wind next to it. A Lucky is also going to get dropped by opposing bundle first. I think Hydro Pump just one shots it if it's not bulk invested.
I think Regieleki is crazy overrated. I agree. It's just like, yeah, bundle already outspeeds it. It's not as crazy. It can't Dynamax and double its bulk. It's not actually that bulky a Pokemon. The best Pokemon in the format, bar none, is a ground type, so it doesn't really get to hit really hard, and it like doesn't. I don't know. Like it's clicking Thunderbolt. It's not clicking Max Lightning. Doesn't get to set Electric Train for itself.
It doesn't have Bundle's physical defense stat either, which like kind of protects Bundle from priority moves. Like Bundle's resisting Jet Punch, and it can take an Extreme Speed or a Sucker Punch. Yeah. This thing's probably dying to all three. And if you're running priority control next to it, you're usually conceding something else. You have to have like a Quick Guard Talonflame or Serena or Indeedee on the field, and means that you are doing all that for a piece of paper that's going to die to a spread move anyway. Which, by the way, we get like 4 of them. It's probably going to get dropped by... I guess actually it resists 2 of them. It resists the electric and the flying one from the genies.
Mm-hmm. You do get to like... Honestly, the way you probably run Elky is you probably just say, I'm not running any speed investment or some speed creep. I am going to get undersped. I'm going to underspeed all of the bundles, but like I'm going to outspeed Fluttermane, which is the other speed ceiling or the non-booster bundle, if that ever exists. And you just say I'm running max bulk. And it's so stupid because it's like the second fastest thing in the format, but it's just max HP, max special attack.
What does 0 speed investment on this guy give you?
220.
And
so
wait, that's already like
so
that's already wait, is that speed pulped?
Yes,
pulped like
214.
214. Yeah. So you can just run nothing with this guy.
Yeah, so you just run max bulk.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe you run a little bit to outspeed like Scarf Tusk or Scarf Tatsugiri or some shit. It's a different format, so I'm doing this.
I think I can...
If you're running Great Tusk in an Ursaluna format, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, speaking of, who gets power crept? I think we've seen the last of Ting Lu for a minute.
No, I don't think that's true.
No.
Because, again, bundle is still really good. I mean, yes, it's not like great into bundle, but like the main thing is that Ursaluna is just has a low special defense. And so buffing, making your guts physical like wall that does base 140 attack, especially bulky, is like kind of crazy.
I don't think you're allowed to run both.
I don't know if we're running both, but I also don't think that Ting Lu is going to become relevant.
Like, alternatively, Glastrier is also a Pokemon that has a crazy attack stat, a crazy defense stat, and relatively low special bulk. It still has a very high special bulk, all things considered.
Yeah, no, it's special bulk, it's fine.
But, I don't know, like, I just think that Ting Lu is still... Fluttermane's not going anywhere. Ting Lu is not going anywhere as a response to crazy special attackers, especially if you are scared of... especially if you're scared of Regieleki, especially if you want to run a like more defensive team. I think that probably still has a Ting Lu. Honestly, Wo-Chen might just be better at this point because it does well into Ursaluna.
Yo, I've got the vision now. You're up on this Ice Horse guy and slap a Clear Emule on that bad boy.
All right.
Terra Fire your guy, and he has a good time in Trick Room.
Okay.
So Nick,
okay. Now to calculate how much it takes from Ursaluna.
What attacks are you using on your Ice Horse? Because
Crash. Does it get horsepower still? Surely
no.
It gets horsepower.
It's close combat.
What? It gets CC still.
It lost high horsepower. Its main stab is 85 BP compared to Ursaluna's 120 and 140.
I mean, we can still dice the guy. We can dice the guy.
Oh, alright. I'm here for the dice. Dice Horse.
It gets Ice Spear, right?
Wait. Dice Horse is fire. It's Ice Horse, but Dice Horse.
It does not get Icicle Spear.
You're shitting me.
No.
They killed my baby. My poor pony.
In the club.
Hey, it's probably a good partner next to Ursaluna. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's
yeah, it's Icicle. its Icicle Crash is so weak that it's actually useful to proc your weakness policy.
You got to run the Series 7 special. You got to run Iron Defense Body Press on this guy. That's how you beat the Ursalunas.
I don't think you're wrong. Okay, at that point, do you just run an Avalug?
No.
Oh, wait,
So
what's the Heat and Avalok do? That's got a new one?
No, that's bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so before we talk about Avalug, let's talk about more relevant Pokemon like Cresselia. Cresselia got nerfed, but it did get an awesome move in Lunar Blessing, which is a clone of Jungle Healing. For those that know, it's like Life Dew. For those that don't know what Life Dew is, it's 25% healing, and you also clear status, which is like really cool on a Trick Room Pokemon. I don't think it's going to take people a long time to figure out that like it probably pairs well with Goggles, which means that, you know, if you're a Mungus, if they spore you with a Mungus, you can just kind of unstatus them right away. It kind of depends on how the speed tiers shake up, but
all right.
Yep.
I got a couple questions in chat.
It is just a solution to Among Us for Trick Room, which is massive. Like, cannot be overstated how big this is for Trick Room as an archetype.
Yeah. What's up, Ollie?
Does Body Press get boosted by snow if you're running on Glacier? That's important. Randy asked.
That is
no, it does not. It does
Damn.
not.
Okay. Someone else pointed out that another new Pokemon is legal that we forgot about is Berserker, and you get to run Berserker Goldengo. Isn't that cool? Did we talk about that yet?
What?
It's kind of funny.
We can run Berserker?
Isn't it crazy? Berserker has been in the game forever and has never been VGC legal, and now you can run it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the reason why I haven't run Berserker.
I'm not okay.
I mean,
I'm not going to say that in Series 1 we didn't speculate about Berserker Goldengo. I don't think it's been relevant since then.
Well, no, this is how we beat the raids, right? This is what we use. Yeah. Triple Berserker.
Yeah, I just assumed Berserker was legal because of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's not legal, but yeah, it's got a broken ability and not much else. Which I mean, I've heard that one before, and actually, usually it doesn't end up being good, honestly.
All right, I see
Sometimes
Jay Hoon call. Is Gardecuno good? Oh, you're not in call in chat.
No, not really.
No shot.
No, damn. All right, what else?
Okay, I mean, wait. Okay, wait. It gets competitive, right? That's its whole thing.
Yeah. That's still not really enough.
Does it get expanding force? That change that chat's
one.
No, it doesn't get E-force.
Okay,
so,
well then.
You remember last gen? It got expanding force, right? But it was flying type, so it didn't get the boost from expanding force being in psychic terrain.
Wait. Oh,
you did if you. Oh yeah, you could tear it. But also, yeah, you last gen they ran Iron Ball on.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's funny.
To drop yourself into the psychic thing.
We haven't gone like 5 minutes without talking about Ursaluna.
As we should, frankly.
Honestly,
this is the only 5 minutes we're not talking about Ursaluna for the next 2 years. Just.
Yo, my boy Braviary has a Heat form. I forgot about that dude. What type is that? Psychic? I don't know. I'm looking through these Heat forms. Like, all my favorite Pokemon get Heat forms, and they're all dog shit. It's really sad.
It's not that bad. The Hisuian Braviary it's not that good.
It gets tinted lens. That's like a good ability.
Yeah, it's special. It's got 112 special attack hurricanes. It's.
Gavin, I found something to put next to your Pelipper.
Every mon
it's not.
It's
not better than Dragonite.
Damn it.
So
listen, hey, this walls Ursaluna, except for the normal type. But it walls Ursaluna.
You know what's actually something that I'm having trouble conceptualizing is all the existing mons. We've talked about Bundle, but Flutter, Iron Hands, these guys are still mons. But it's definitely hard because New Toy Syndrome is hitting at the moment to pair them up.
Yeah, I mean Hands gets bared a little bit, but
how does this affect Fluttermane's legacy? That's definitely the mon that.
Who else? Who else loves that Iron Hands and Ursaluna speed tie? That's definitely not going to be annoying.
I mean, if we can live through Fluttermane Chenpao speed ties, like
I don't think we can live through those either. The only thing we're being saved from now, saved by now, is that Flutter goes bulky and doesn't often use max speed, but they'd be pretty toxic if they did exist.
yeah, I mean, just wait for Miraidon.
Mr. Energy Giving.
A mon that I think might get better, or we don't know. How do we feel about Palafin? Because that's a mon falling off right now.
Yo, Clegg, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. And as you all know, you can also, if you have an Amazon Prime account, subscribe to our channel with Twitch Prime for free. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, Palafin. That's a mon that has to like. Does it like? I guess you have to see how fast or slow the format is, right? But
Right,
that guy is still real. It's still the biggest stat stick in a format of stat sticks.
Yeah.
But how much does it do to Ursaluna? Right, that's the question.
Yeah, it can kill.
Yeah, Wave Crash. It's there.
I think that what is nice about it is that Ursaluna is a stat monster, but it inherently isn't like. It's not like fuck you until turn 2, right? So it's like that does give you just enough room to switch out Palafin on turn 1.
It gives you enough time to start running.
Yeah, like the Ursaluna says is I'm gonna give you to the count of 1. 1. And like you gotta like do good with that, you know.
Yep.
That's true. Now, and Palafin does, I'm looking at it, it does about 64 to 76 if you just max attack Mystic Water. Which is like not bad. It's not hard to chip it down. Yeah. If Jet Punch, yeah. Well, Wave Crash, of course, kills.
Hold on. Actually, can Choice Span, Rain, Terra Water kill Jet Punch?
I mean,
yeah, free.
Just rain in general kills.
Oh, okay.
Choice Span, Terra Water gets there. Like, yeah, it's not that hard to kill.
Okay, never mind. I love this. I'll remember this eventually. Like 2 weeks into the format when I'm getting annoyed at Ursaluna.
Yeah.
I mean, if you slap the Rain and the Sword of Ruin on there, you can kill it after it tears into a neutral play.
Speaking of Rain, like Urshifu is also a little crazy with Surging Strikes plus Rain, where like you can just like drop an Ursaluna through Protect, which like if you assume that people are going to be starting to run like Urshifu like Trick Room type of things, it's like you can KO it through Rain even if it Terras, or it's like you can just close combat it if it's like normal type, you know, and at least force them to Terra Protect.
All right, I'm going to continue the Urshifu discussion in a second, but first, thank you for the subscriptions from Donald and Kaguya. Really appreciate it. And Bruce Bain, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you guys had a good stream. All right, we were just talking about Regulation D and kind of going over some of the things that we think are going to be some bigger threats, just ideas that we had. We were just on how Urshifu is... I mean, Urshifu in Rain, though the water form is kind of cracked, it does really well into Ursaluna. It hits through Protect. Also, Urshifu in general just should not exist in a non-Dynamax format. Unseen Fist is not an okay ability.
I'm excited. Also, I died because my internet went out and I went to vacuum. I'm still going to be vacuuming, but I wanted to hop over here to tell Jeudy instead of texting him. Jeudy, you need to retweet the lose round 1 in the room tour into not being able to play the format tweet. It's time now to make its resurgence. Anyways, we'll be back later.
Yeah.
All right. The first ever tournament in Regulation D was won by Dragapult, Chenpao, Glamora for Rigoraph, Iron Hands, and Corviknight. So now you know it's good.
Real big 6 moment.
Yep.
Yeah, like it's gonna take us a minute to figure out just how to use everything correctly, but I don't know. I think that like I feel like there's just so many like crazy new mons where it's like the fact that we haven't even like talked about like Heatran yet or Landorus is just like what the hell, man.
Oh, I forgot about Heatran. Oh, that guy's crazy too. Oh, there have been so many teams that built this format where I've just been like, man, Heatran solves all of my problems. And now it's here, and it dies to Ursaluna.
Yeah. But it's okay because you're gonna run substitute and leftovers and just
And
play
Terra
the.
Grass.
And pretend like it's 2015 again.
You're a Flash Fire Terra Grass Mon. Have fun.
That's true. It's just Armberg.
Yeah.
It's just Sarah Ledge. I mean, yeah, no,
Yep.
it's still around. Like it's still, I'm sure. Its move pool is like kind of lackluster. But like I'm sure these guys have lost all of their fun stuff. Oh, you know what we get to do? We get to Lava Plume next to our Darkspun, right? And that's gonna be the Ursalunas.
Right.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
getting there. We're getting there.
Mhm.
All right, Calc is right. Ursaluna Guts Facade versus +2 Darkspun.
85.
Versus plus 2 Darkspun with like max HP, max defense, or what?
Yep, max HP,
Oh,
max defense.
max HP, max defense, 65.
Yeah, I think it's like 60.
Wrong, 42 to 50.
Let's go. That's enough.
That's a dog.
That's a
hot
three-shot.
dog right there.
Like that's enough to like Darkspun fans rejoice. Like that's enough.
Where's is Rajan in chat? We got the Dodd. I know he's a Darkspun fan. He was bringing Darkspun to all of our locals. Yeah, dude. Okay. The next Pokemon I want to talk about, I guess that I know I've seen questions about is Dondozo. Better or worse?
Worse.
Has to be worse.
I
So
don't think it's
Dondozo.
that guaranteed. Obviously, there are some problems. One, Elegi hits it really hard. Two, Urshifu crits through his boosts. But I think that it also synergizes really well with a lot of these offensive Pokemon. And it does do really well into Ursaluna. And I think that's like enough to give it a niche.
I don't know if that's true. I'm running some calcs here. Like I'm tearing my Ursaluna. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just not sure that Dondozo wins the damage trades against Ursaluna. Like I think Ursaluna might be twice as strong.
Okay, Calc is always right. Facade versus 4 HP Dozo does 41 to 49%, which like definitely like enough, especially if you run like any bulk on it. And then like Wave Crash with like no investment still like one shots the Ursaluna back. So like
Yeah, I have to tear the Ursaluna, but like it's pretty close to winning the damage trades. Even before I turn into a grass type bear.
Yeah. I mean, Wave Crash does 2-shot, even if you turn into a grass type. So like, and then also you probably have a coverage move on
What?
Dondozo.
No, it doesn't. Wave Crash doesn't two-shot grass at Ursaluna.
It does 49 to 59 if you're.
You have rain on.
I have Rain on. Thank you. No, it does not. Yes, that's right. I mean, you take Flame Orb, I have Protect. Like, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, so your Dozo slightly managed to 1v1 my singular Pokemon.
That's fine. It's the best Pokemon of the format. You know, like it's yeah, and a Force to Terra. Like that's like not the worst trade overall. Granted, like I really do think that Dozo is going to see some amount of play. I think it's you could tailor. Right? I can also Terra Grass it, right? I guess if you're running Facade, that's not very useful. I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe not.
Have you ever seen a bear fight a fish before? I think they have these in the nature documentaries.
Have you ever seen
I've
a bear
never
fight
seen
a
the
whale before?
Isn't Dondozo a catfish? Like I'm pretty sure I've seen a bear eat a catfish before. Like,
Have you ever seen a piece of sushi control a catfish before? That's what I want.
oh. Yeah, that was.
I mean, I think.
Sorry for.
Go ahead. No.
I was gonna say it was in the Weird Ratatouille sequel.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Bear beats fish is how this matchup goes down.
All right, I got. Okay, enough about Dondozo. We've got some questions about the genies, right? So I got Thundurus, Landorus. We talked a little bit about Landorus. Let's talk about like Thundurus and Tornadus and what they can do. Because Z had Tornadus as like uber broken.
No shot, uber broken.
I am with Z
Can
on
you
this
guys
one.
hear me now?
Yes.
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 Okay, all right. So here's why I have Tornadus is uber broken. All right, Covert Cloak Tailwind is just so nuts because for the entire format, these Tailwind teams have been begging for a Pokemon that can actually do any semblance of anything on the field, and now they get to do that, and they get to do that consistently, and you don't have to Terra your Murkrow, or you can actually use Tailwind after taking a hit of damage, unlike Talonflame. You can get all the moves you want. It gets Sunny Day, Scary Face, whatever you want. And like it just partners so well with anything that you are already want to run on Tailwind offense. It
I feel like
sounds
this
like
is-
an auto include. And like at this point in the format, it just seems like it would like solid Tailwind offense runs over like bulky balancy comps.
I feel like this is like predicated on like Tailwind offense like being the strongest thing, and I really just don't believe that is the main thing. Like, I agree that like you're running Tornadus on all your Tailwind offense comps. Like you're not seeing Burker or Talonflame again. It's just like, I mean, yeah, you're going fast, but Ursaluna's going slow. Like Ursaluna already like assumed that it was going second.
Oh,
Z had me at Sunny Day. Like the Terrifier, Life Orb, Heat Wave, and the Sun picks up Ursaluna. Does 110 minimum to max HP Ursaluna. Like GU, I'm taking back what I said about the bear versus fish matchup. We just didn't have the right fish.
I'm a believer on the bear. I think you just like not seeing like what the bear can do because you're throwing like two Mons to beat like just the bear, but like the bear just be in the back. Like I don't know. I'm not a believer.
Crest gets cooked by the overheat in the Sun.
consider that bear can also be ran on Tailwind teams. Is a bit.
Yeah, you are allowed to run Pokemon
Yeah.
there.
That guy is messed. I do think that you can still break damage calcs in a very unhealthy way, and Tornadus is like is literally everything I wanted in Murkrow Sun stuff, but actually has stats and is a better mon. So that's gonna be real. I didn't even consider fish with it, and knowing those calcs is insane. But that's the other problem. Like when it comes to like more good mons, it's just the format is going to be hella wide, and there's not going to be enough results to like narrow it down too much. If that makes sense.
Yo, Aaron
All-
and Andy, thank you for these subscriptions. All right, go ahead.
All I know is that some people are still gonna try to make fucking Wo-Chien work.
They're gonna get cooked.
They are going to get cooked. I'm sorry.
I wonder if
That's
Wo-Chien
Cartel.
lives Facade.
All right.
Like, it
all you Dozo
probably
haters,
does.
I just saw Justin Burns lose to Dendozo on stream, live. We've got evidence, so clearly it's not that washed up.
This is doctored.
That guy hit all their muddy waters.
They did hit all their muddy waters, yes. They did have to hit 3 muddy waters to win. To be fair, Justin had to hit a Wild Bolt Storm, which I guess we should also talk about because Thundurus is the other genie that kind of gets some crazy moves. I guess Thundurus Therian might just be better, right? I don't know. Z, which one do you think is better out of the two Thundurus forms?
I think they're both pretty good, but I do think that Thundurus gets to do like Prankster Eerie Impulse is pretty strong in a format with Flutter Mane and Iron Bundle. But Thundurus
Yeah,
can
and
completely ignore Regieleki unless it's Terra Blasting.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's ups and downs, I guess.
Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to Eerie Impulse the Chios.
Oh yeah, we do just have the Prankster T-Wave, but with dynamic speed. It's kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Wild Bolt Storm is just a crazy move to throw out. Like Para is just like stupid high plus EV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, okay, that move's good.
It's really good. I mean, Electric type is just such a good type as well. Like, it's so hard to cover for. I think it gets a flying move now, right? It's like Acrobatics. I guess you probably don't run Acrobatics, but like, I don't know. Does it get a special flying move? Terra Blast?
Hurricane
No.
Probably.
It gets
Terra
flying.
Blast.
You can run Terra Blast on it. You probably do have to go Terraflying Terra Blast on this guy, I guess. But you just spamming Wild Little Storm, you paralyzing shit.
It's like on T-Wave, Wild Bolt Storm, Protect. I don't know.
I was looking at Therian, but yeah, Thunderous Incarnate form is also. I mean, Prankster just means it has this like crazy EV move that does damage, and then also a bunch. It's just a support Pokemon with Eerie Impulse and Thunderwave and stuff.
Oh yeah, Thundy gets Rain Dance and Sunny Day now too. It didn't used to get Sunny Day.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't smell it.
Oh, I mean, that's kind of messed up that they get Sunny Day now. Huh.
And then I guess the last one is Inoramus, which is a brand new Pokemon. It's got like two kind of cool, very different forms. One's base 106 speed and it's like kind of fast and a little less bulky, but like hits really hard. The other one is a Trick Room mod. It's base 46 speed with a ton of bulk. It's got Glass Sphere looking stats. Which one do you think is better? Z, which one are we talking about first?
So I originally put both of these kind of low on the tier list, but I've come around to both of them for exactly one reason, and that's that they're fairy types that actually do resist Wicked Blow, unlike Fluttermane. I'm not sure which one I think is better. The slower one might be fighting a little bit with Ursaluna for a Spore Immune slow Trick Room attacker.
It is slower though.
What do you mean? You run both?
Do
You also run both. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, Z. So
Ground Fairy.
have you ever heard of Ground Fairy coverage?
I understand. I understand Ground Fairy.
And it's also an
about
Earthquake
Team
partner.
both being a little clunky.
I'm gonna clunk my way through the enemy team. I don't know about you.
Keep on clunking, brother.
They're getting clunked.
I had not seen the sprite for the Therian form. It is a very funny looking Pokemon. It's just a turtle.
Wait. It's also Spore Immune, so you get two Spore Immune Mons and Cresselia that can run goggles. That's
What?
Gavin, I need the Amoonguss update. How's our mushroom doing?
Amoonguss is still fine, just not God. Amoonguss gets downgraded from, I should probably be on 50% of teams to, I should probably be on 15% of teams.
Sounds about right. I can see like 2025. 4 is a really good move.
Yeah. What I was going to say about Enamorous Therian is I didn't realize that it just looked like Yassified Torkoal. That's crazy.
Speaking of Torkoal, Eruption does still kind of clear a lot of these guys.
Wait, can you just like specs Eruption and then just like bop the Ursaluna?
I'm looking it up right now. Terra Fire Charcoal gets there against Ursaluna.
without specs, right?
Or sorry, it's a good roll to kill with Terra Fire Charcoal. No specs.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Torkoal is still a mon. Torkoal does get to erupt.
It always does. It does one thing.
Yeah, Torkoal's real. And like now that we have a good Trick Room setter, we can just Dark for the Crest. Crest can also helping him eruption. Have fun with that, guys.
Oh,
Like, even just helping him Trick Room pretty good.
And it gets Shell Armor to not lose to Urshifu, right? Right?
So true.
Do we think that Goldengo is still real?
It has
It has
the
a
type.
lot more competition. Make It Rain's crazy, but okay. What other steel types did we get?
Hotran.
Heatran. We got Hisuian Gudra.
Let's go. Hot Gudra Summer.
Those-
That's
Proof.
it.
Those are the only two new steel types.
No, we got Berserker. How'd you forget Berserker?
Easily.
Those are the only two new steel types.
We got a Alolan Doug Trio. Apparently that's a new steel type.
Does that get
I-
Arena Trap?
No,
No.
it gets tangling hair. It's got that fantastic hair.
Oh my god, work is gonna go by so fast tomorrow because I'm just gonna play Reg D games.
No, what do you mean? You're gonna like get so much work done in between like losing round ones.
Fuck. When can we legally complain for a ladder?
I do think that Goldengo probably doesn't get to be like the slow, nasty plot version nearly as effectively, right? It's not going to be the setup mon. I think that Specs just still goes crazy, right? Like Specs make it right. It's just damage. It kills things.
It's damage.
Like does it kill Ursaluna? You know, like
No shot.
you don't think so?
No, it's a bear.
Specs make it right.
Terra Steel max amount of specs almost killed bear. That's closer than I thought it would get.
Yeah, 50% chance to Oko after burn damage. You know, that's pretty good.
I mean, the Goldie's gone, but so's the bear, so pretty good. Yeah, like I said, it's way better than I thought it was doing.
Oh, this is a much better image with all the new Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay. Can I tell y'all a crazy calc?
Yes.
Iron Hands lives a Guts Headlong Rush from Ursaluna, or you can make it live.
How easily?
Max bulk.
So, would you call that easily? Yo, there's a Pokemon that like would have saved this format that are coming a little too soon. I know we actually talked about Goodra, or we didn't, but I've hyped it up. Muck, Alolan Muck would have saved this format. Your boy Gavin.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, not going to be probably any good in a Ursaluna format. We got all the starters. Any of the starters we got. So to give you a recap, the starters we got Charizard, we got Typhlosion and Heatwave Typhlosion, Decidueye. Where's the next one? Chestnut, Delphox, Greninja, Rillaboom, minus Grassy Glide, Inteleon, Cinderace are these starters that are now legal. Any of those stand out to you guys?
Typhlosion still gets Eruption, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Typhlosion and Charizard are both worse Chi-Yu. They have like some niches. Eruption hits slightly harder. Sun boosted Heat Wave hits slightly harder, but the dark typing is really nice on average, and it's Chi-Yu's bulkier, and like the aura is just really good for your teammates.
Can't believe they gave us
situations.
A new Friskmon after they invented open team sheets. That's just disrespectful.
So, yeah, Charizard is going to be riding the fine this gen.
Mm-hmm.
Chestnut's a ground resist, right? That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
It's got a defense stat. 122 defense is like not nothing. It's got bulletproof, which probably does something. I don't know.
Close the tab, bro.
Fine. All right. Any other Pokemon y'all want to talk about?
Did we talk about Rillaboom on the topic of starters? That's like a
Rillaboom is a starter.
Rillaboom does not have Grassy Glide. It does get Grassy Surge. Grassy Surge is still a cool ability, but it does not get Grassy Glide. Is cool.
Yeah, like I think.
Yeah, good.
I think that it is still very much a mon. Like people are like, oh no, Grassy Glide. They're already like dismissing it, but the healing is very underrated, and having Fake Out U-turn is pretty swag. Is my first impression.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Trailblaze is not real ever.
Trailblaze is probably not real. You can like Trailblaze Acrobatics, and like skill swap a Technician or something. I don't know. I think Grassy Seed might pretend to be a sweeper. I don't know if it gets like Swords Dance or something, but like it's got decent typing for it.
True. But Oh
yeah, just I wanted to say Woodhammer hits hard, and Fake Out is a good move. U-turn's an okay move, and so yeah, it's gonna be good. It's not gonna be great, but it's an offensive grass type that like has a reason to be used on teams. It's solid.
Rillaboom gets Loaded Dice Bullet Seed.
It gets an Assault Vest in Woodhammer.
It probably does get an Assault Vest with the U-turn in it.
Loaded Dice Bullet Seed averages less base power than Woodhammer. Like, put the vest on the monkey, Let him do his thing. His thing no longer includes Grassy Glide, but that's okay. His thing is still like powerful enough.
All right, Calc is right. Terragrass Woodhammer versus 4 HP Dozo. Max attack on the Woodhammer, no boosting item.
No Terras on either.
Terragrass.
Oh, Terragrass.
Omega Dead has to be Omega Dead.
I think that does like
80.
60.
What's your body?
I said 60.
75.
Okay.
75. I'm locking it in.
76 to 90.
Never mind.
Damn it.
All right.
I cannot. That's terrible because you just killed yourself by recoil.
You did kind of kill yourself a little bit.
Now we can heal that off with Grassy Terrain. We're good.
Oh, true.
Jeez, yeah. That hits hard.
Oh, wait, no. 75 was in. I'm good.
No, 4 defense. Get rid of that shit.
What?
The default Dozo is 4 defense.
Yeah.
I was doing 4 HP, 0 defense.
76 and okay.
I got scammed.
Crazy.
I got scammed. You're supposed to run the 4/4s. I hate it here.
All right, let's go through this list again. What else we got? What any other cool mons? Any of the birds looking cool? We got Articuno, Gardecuno, Zapdos, Gyapdos. I have wanted Galarian Moltres in this format so badly, and we don't get it until it's bad.
I mean, Zapdos is a guy, right?
Zapdos is a guy. I mean, honestly, like all these birds, maybe you take a second look because they resist ground, right? And that's just maybe the most important thing right now. I do think
too, right?
What?
Some of them get Tailwind that didn't have it before.
Zapdos has Tailwinds. I mean, it got Tailwind before, but we have actual Talon setters. Both in Amorous forms get Talon. That's kind of cute. Cleavor gets it.
I think we didn't talk about this with Ignoramus, but like it gets contrary. You can drop everything else's speed with Icy Wind and Electro, but you can't drop Ignoramus' speed. You can kill it, but you can't drop its speed.
Yep. It is pretty good into Icy Wind specifically. As long as it's not like trying to be strong Icy Wind, then it does start dealing too much damage. But yeah.
I think the best bird in this format's still Pelipper.
I love that for you.
I mean, it's probably. I mean, do you count the genies as birds?
Yeah, it's still Pelipper. Because Facade 80% to it or something, and has Levitate. So that means that if you Terra Ghost it, you don't take damage. But for real, it's a really good partner for Ursaluna to just click Earthquake. And also, if you run Skill Swap on it, you can take away the opposing Ursaluna Guts.
Can you hear
me?
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, I heard everything you said. I don't know if stream did, but you're saying you're in Skill Swap for Ursaluna's Guts?
Yeah.
That is hilarious. I love it.
Because the thing is, doesn't it get like 3 times weaker when you do that?
Facade does ignore the burn if you even if he doesn't have Guts. But yes, the Headlong Rush is doing no damage, and the Facade is doing damage, but like not double damage.
Like I think that's worth. Could be wrong, but like
Bronzong's still getting 3-shot by the Facade. I'm gonna be real, but
run Misty Terrain to disable the Ursaluna. They can't get their Guts boost. You just click at turn 1.
It is something you can do.
And like you have like the Iron Defense Body Press still available. Like,
True. Yeah, Bronzong does probably get there against Ursaluna if you're trying really hard to beat it.
yeah, but like we've made Bronzong the dedicated Xerneas counter before. We can make it the dedicated Ursaluna counter.
It did a lot more with Gyro Ball. Actually, I don't even know if that's true. Yeah, okay, it did a lot more with Gyro Ball than Body Press does. And it can't Hypno the Ursaluna. It can Hypno everything else though. So, like, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like sadly, this is probably not a Hypnosis format, given that Ursaluna is the main thing you want to bring it in against. But it still does other stuff. So, I mean,
It can Hypno everything else.
I don't think that's the best use of it, though, right? If you're especially if running Skill Swap, I don't think it's the best use of it. Because you need Trick Room, right? That's like almost mandatory. You want an attacking move, and then I don't know, you got one flex spot, and you probably want like Helping Hand or something over Hypno. Maybe you want Hypno.
Yeah.
All right. Additionally,
I see the vision, but yeah, continue.
In text or voice, I'm gonna post the most important calc in this format.
Okay.
If you run exactly max bulk Amoongus, you can always level Facade.
That does seem important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're doing that. Cool. So it's Death Amoongus. And they don't have Sword of Ruin. Or Terra Normal.
They're never Terra
Is
Normal.
it finals of this tour?
This is a Regulation C tour. Oh, it's Regulation D. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm watching Not Chalk versus
Oh, it's not Chalk. Oh, this team is crazy. I love it.
Nice.
Oh man, I missed running Lando, Cresselia, Heatran, and Mungus so much.
Iron Hand just looks like a natural fit.
This is incredible. It's just a Kangaskhan. Holy shit.
It's a really good bit. You got to give him that.
Yeah.
You're stealing that.
I'm just
Name it
stealing it.
not Chalk.
Oh, this is GG's already.
Yeah, this just goes in the
Turn
description.
one GG's.
Oh, we protected against the Trick Room set. That's tough.
You're not Terracos you. That's not serious.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I mean, this just goes in the description of the video, right? Face. Oh, you're supposed.
Y'all can recreate it. I put it in top.
Yeah, slap 252s on it.
I posted it in idea appropriation. If you want to put it together and play games with it, I'm not going to stop you.
I'm dropping it in Twitch chat right now.
Someone else
People need it.
Someone else could put it together.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm committed to never learning what half of the Hisuian Pokemon do.
You don't want to know what Hisui and Electrode does?
Well,
I'm dedicated to not even learn what type it is.
Okay, well, to be fair, you did ask what Alolan Dugtrio's ability was. And you were like the 2017 player. So that's fair. You can get pretty far.
Right. Gavin, paint the picture. You're sitting down, round one of Worlds, and your opponent brings out Sneasler. What are you doing, bro?
Bro, Gavin's got to get day 2 invite. He scouted this shit out.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Never mind. You see, you solved the puzzle.
Yeah, no, it's got to be like...
I'm going to be real.
If some Japanese player makes day 2 Worlds, they might just run all up with the Sneasler.
The Sneasler just sounds like a bad, like, one-slur OC or some shit. So, like, I'm beating that regardless.
Okay, that is one nice thing about Open Team Sheet, right? Is that you do actually get to see what its ability is and what its moves are, and you don't have to actually know all that stuff necessarily.
Okay, Gavin, what do you think the 2 highest stats for a Weavile clone are?
It's attack and speed.
You got it, buddy. You figured it out.
Alright. Listen, all I need to know about Sneasler is that it sounds like the one slur and it looks like a Tumblr sexy man. That's all I need to know about it.
All right, Gavin, what do you think Dire Claw does? Its signature move.
Oh, that like boosts your critical hit rate by 1.
So close. And by so close, I mean the
That's what
the
Dire
amount
Hit
of
does,
stim-
right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Dire Claw has a 50% chance to sleep, poison, or paralyze the target.
At the same time.
Yeah, and it's 80 base power. Poison physical. Poison jab, but like with a 1/6 chance for para, 1/6 chance for poison, 1/6 chance for sleep. So it's actually the second move in the game that has like sleep as an effect on a damaging attack after Relic Song.
Wow, just disrespecting Gmax befuddle like that.
True. In the game, the Dynamax isn't real. It can't hurt me. It was a fever dream.
Yo, I just watched this Amoongus Pollen Puff of Cresselia, and that was fucked up.
Right? Yeah. And then it Pollen Puffed an Iron Hands. And it just like... he just got all his health back. His entire team is in full.
This is 2v1 Pokemon at its finest.
This is beating Dindozo as we've done it since Series 1, except now we get a Cresselia.
Yeah, Cresselia is crazy. Like, this format hasn't had a Trick Room on, like, this whole time, and now we get one. Like...
Isn't that, like, that's the thing. Like, it's had Armarouge, right? Armarouge is good. Oranguru is, like, seen play. It's got nothing that can consistently set up a second Trick Room. And that is what Cresselia does better than any other Pokemon does.
Yeah.
Now setting up a set of 4. This is like the 3rd Trick Room in this set.
Listen, they decided to switch in Dondozo. This is what you get. You get to infinite them.
Yep.
True.
Yeah, no, he's winning on timer.
Yeah, they just go to 20 minutes and then kill the Dozo. Win 4-3. Easy money. It just works.
All right.
Let's see here. Do I need to know what Cleavor does?
That's a good question. Who knows what Cleavor
it
does?
sets up Stealth Rock.
What? Wait, what?
It has a 65 base power rock move. Sets up Stealth Rock on contact.
Stone Axe. Sets Stealth Rocks on the target side. 90 accurate, 65 base power. Is it sharpness boosted?
Yes.
So it, like, does damage.
Yes.
Sharpness is, like, a crazy ability. Gallade did not see a ton of play. I might have seen more play in Series 1 if we had it a little longer, because, like, it does have a pretty high damage ceiling. Obviously not in a Fluttermane format, but Sharpness is just a crazy ability. It, legitimately, like, does it get any other sharp moves?
X-Scissor. X-Scissor is sharpness boosted.
That's it. That's the only one?
Yeah, so it's basically just Mega Horn.
Okay. That's less cool. No, like, Sacred Sword.
I mean,
it's
it's
combat,
120
no
base
Sacred
power
Sword.
stab, right?
That's true. But, like, rock bug coverage is not the best, and you have to click close combat, which is not the worst thing in the world. But
I'm not even learning its BST total.
is Night Slash a sharpness move?
It has 135 attack, Gavin.
I'm remembering that. I'm never
Yeah.
going to learn what its SPDF is.
70. It's made assault.
Ha!
Damn you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're. I'm saying that you're correct. It even has Heracross's speed. It's really just Heracross too. That sets up Stealth Rock with its signature move. It's a rock type instead of a fighting type. But yeah, Heracross ain't it, and Cleavor also ain't it.
I'm sure it'll go crazy in UUBL.
So true, Bestie.
Okay. All right, let's see. All right, now is the time to look at Avalugg. Are we at that point in the night?
No,
Damn.
it's still not. Evolog is so bad.
Does it not go against Body Press, right?
No. So does regular Evolog, and Evolog is legal in the format.
Mm-hmm.
It's still really bad.
And it's got 10 more defense stat, I think. Like, it's not...
No, it's the same defense stat.
It's got a higher attack.
Wait, this thing is a
It's got
Hitsui
a lower SPDF stat. It is the same Pokemon. It is...
no, it's a worse Pokemon.
It's got Strong Shot, so that's its niche.
Jesus.
It's really bad.
Hitsui and Avalog is really, really bad.
Oh, it's got Mountain Gale, so if it moves first, there's a 30% chance to flinch your opponent. That's something.
Look, if you want to actually talk about the interesting Hisui mons, just go to the dog. Hisui and Arcanine's actually cool.
Okay, legitimately, I looked at it and I thought this mon will never see play. So why is it cool?
Yeah. So go to ability.
Okay, it's got flash
Okay.
fire,
No. Keep going.
rockhead.
There you go. Rockhead.
Okay,
Okay. Now put head smash on the move.
all right, all right, all right.
Put Flare Blitz on.
It is a flare blitz rockhead mon. That's true.
Yeah. And so yeah, it gets the head smash and Flare Blitz stuff.
Okay, that's pretty cool. It is 4x speed to
and
everything, but it is pretty cool.
it is. The typing is awful defensively, but it's pretty sick offensively. So, yeah, it does damage. You slap a choice pin on this bad boy. It's got CBE speed still.
Go
Like,
CBE speed and double edge, and you run Terra normal.
like, not no, probably not yes, but not no.
I mean, you run Terra normal is like pretty good. You got to run something defensive, right? You can't run an offensive Terra on this guy.
Hey, I mean, if you running Serene Arcanine, offense was already the only matter you're considering. But, like, yeah, he's got base stats and doesn't take recoil damage. It's a flutter resist.
If you run Life Orb, do you not take recoil for them from that too?
No, it's Rockhead still takes life over recoil.
Ah, damn.
That's only sheer force.
Just sheer force.
But yeah, head smash does all the damage. That's the Serene Arcanine.
All right. I assume Electrode is not real. He's sweet Electrode.
We're not allowed to tell Gavin what type it is, though.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Gavin, guess what typing it is.
Grass electric.
Yeah, that's
Correct.
Okay.
right. No, you got it right. Yeah.
It looks like a little seed. Yeah.
I don't know what it does. I will maybe never find out. It gets Chloroblast, which is Mind Blown, except single target, I think. So Steel Beam, I guess. So Grass Steel Beam. That's pretty cool. I mean, the best thing it can do is kill itself, right? Is explode. And in a video game, of course, you know. And then let's see what else. There was another cool Hisui-mon. Oh, it's Lilligant, right? Hisui and Lilligant. Is that thing any good?
Serene Lilligant. It's like probably slightly better than base Lilligant. Actually, no, it's a lot faster. It's better, but like whether or not Lilligant is something that you want to be doing in this format is an open question. It really fell off in Series 3, so
It does get after you. And it gets the
it gets all the fun Lilligant is. Like it gets Sleep Powder, it gets after you, it gets Encore. It gets it doesn't get physical Leaf Storm.
It gets Ice Spinner. If you
kind of cool.
If you're putting it on Sun, you can just run Solar Blade. Right? Like that's not bad as a physical move. It gets Axe Kick or Close Combat as physical stab. Like it does have cool thing, and then it has a really cool signature move in Victory Dance that I think is probably never going to see play in VGC, but is a cool move.
Physical Quiver Dance.
Yeah, raise attack, defensive speed by 1. Just not bulky enough, I think, to take advantage of it. But it's got it's got a decent attack stat after you and some real crazy coverage moves.
It just doesn't have the power level for National Vex format. It's it would have been about as good as Lilligant. And Lilligant like won a regional and was a terror in a meta that suited it pretty well. But yeah, it just is gonna be left behind.
Okay.
It's a grass type, but it still loses to the bear. Oh, actually, no. Both of its stabs are good into your Solana, but it still loses to the bear.
I don't know if that's. I mean, yeah, I guess like you can't sleep powder.
Okay, fine. You, if you have sleep powder encore, then you can sleep it, and then if they protect, you can encore the protect. I guess that's a little bit cute. But
that's true. At that point, I don't know if you're like fully making use of this monster toolkit, right? Like that point, just run jump off. Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, like it's got close combat. It's. I'm not really trying to argue for it. It's just. It's fine.
Did we go?
We can do better.
Did we go over weirder already? Don't use it. It's. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it has anything going for it.
It's not good. Intimidate, Trick Room. That's about it.
Crazy how his Stantler does that too.
Yeah.
Side Shield Bash is like maybe the most undertuned move in the entire game. They made it so bad. I mean, hold up, let me pull up what it does.
It's 100% chance to like have a stat boost. That's kind of neat. But
yeah, but it's like, well, no, it's a 90% chance to have a stat boost. And it's 70 base power move. It's like they could have just bumped up both of those by 10 and it would have been fine.
I mean, it's a mystical power clone.
It's a what?
It's it's mystical power is Azalf's thing.
Okay.
All
right.
Now it's basically it's like charge beam, but doesn't have the 70% raise chance.
Okay. Okay. I mean, okay. Are the Pixies? What are they called? The Lake Trio? Are they any good? Anything that we should look at? I thought I saw Uxie being talked about at some point, and they all got signature moves, right?
Yo, what are their signature moves? Do we know, or like, do you know? Like,
I do.
The
not
data
know.
is out there. I don't remember. Like mystical power is 70 base power, 90 accuracy.
I think they all get 100% threshold is what it is.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah. If that's the only thing in the move pools, then
okay, I'm just assuming that like every new Pokemon is like kind of mid, except for one crazy move that it got, and I'll learn those eventually.
You will be.
I mean, that's what we're trying to teach you.
And saying, what does mystical power do? Which is like,
on fair. God, when I played Yuki at OCIC and I saw his Glamora had Mortal Spin, I had no idea what that move did.
When I was playing at the local, in the team report, they did the Taurus team report. I was asked like, how many of your opponents didn't know what Hyper Drill did? And he was like, yeah, most people didn't know what Squawkabilly did. Didn't know what Squawkabilly's typing was. No one asked about the Dunsparce. And of course, my round two, who was Austin Acosta, who's like a genuinely good player. Just like, yeah, I don't know what type this thing is. I have no idea what this mon is. It's a green. It's a grass type. And then he shadowballed it and found out it was immune to it. And then later, someone didn't know what Hyperdrill did, and the person next to them actually just told them what Hyperdrill did in the middle of our set. So yeah, this is just, I don't know. Like I said, these Pokemon have cool moves. That wait, Gavin, do you know what Hyperdrill does?
It's faint, but God, right?
100 base power faint. Yeah.
It doesn't.
Wait, is Jeudy snoring on call?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
That's crazy.
But shout out to our 69 viewers for not falling asleep. Okay, realistically, one of them is at least probably asleep.
Do we kick him, or is this too funny?
No, this is too funny. This is content.
This is content.
This is too good.
Samurott. Someone said Samurott might be real. He's sweet Samurott. It's a water dark type. It gets Ceaseless Edge, which sets a layer of spikes. And it gets Sharpness. Do you think Sharpness is boosted by Ceaseless Edge? Surely it is. Or Ceaseless Edge is Sharpness. Yeah. Just like it's a strong dark move.
It's the same base power as knockoff, and that's pretty strong.
Mm-hmm. Spikes is cool.
Spikes are objectively cool. So the issue with it is that like it just is. I don't know. I guess weak to Flutter is not automatically invalidating for every Pokemon that it's true for, but
especially now,
just water.
Like, it's probably less.
Water Dark's now. Water Dark's not a good typing.
It's a good offensive type.
At least it's okay offensively. Like nothing to write home about. Fine, it's 2 stabs.
And like, I think Razor Shell is probably boosted by Sharpness too.
It should be.
And so
that's gonna hurt stuff, but
it's
only 75 base power. It's not that much better than Aqua Cutter.
It's 75 base power, but like it drops defenses, which is cool. X Scissor if you really want the coverage move, but I don't know. It's got Sucker Punch. Like it's got some moves. It might see some play.
It gets Sharpness Sacred Sword. That's a little cute.
It does have Sacred Sword. Yeah, there you go. So it's got some cool moves to abuse the Sharpness. I think that's a pretty cool thing to do.
Is Urshifu overhyped? Honest question. Probably not.
No.
No.
It is probably the second or third best Pokemon in this format, if you ask me.
It
It's
is
probably the
weak.
second and third best Pokemon in the format.
Nah, it's weak to Fluttermane.
Yeah.
Which is a legitimate weakness that we should talk about. However, oh my god, everything else.
All right. Choice Band or Shifu, or just actually normal Sash or Shifu Sucker Punch into No Bug Fluttermane.
Well, it's no bulk Fluttermane. That should be doing.
Yeah, Noble Fluttermane's a fake mon, but yeah, that
80?
picks it up.
It does.
No,
it does,
80's better.
it does, yeah. It does 73 to 87.
Oh, 80's right in the middle. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you are putting a Chen Pao next to this Pokemon a lot of the time. Like, Urshifu Chen Pao is scary. But,
Yes.
yeah. If they're
We
like max
can-
HP, you're doing 59 to 70, which is still like a lot of damage, you know? It's something.
I think like if you think that Ursaluna is crazy, I think you have to think that Urshifu is crazy because you can just pick that thing up through Protect, which it's going to be wanting to do a lot of in order to get its Flame Orb. Like that is just inherently like very real. Yo,
Yeah,
quick question.
that's real.
Does Ursaluna get Snore? I don't know why. Just random thought that popped in my head.
I think
Let's check.
does Snore get Thanos? No, it's still in the game.
Uh,
Yes, it does.
Ursaluna does learn Snore.
It does learn Snore.
Okay, good. I just wanted to double check. No reason.
Let's
Should we
see.
just like leave the stream on so that there's a VOD of Jeudy waking up eventually?
I'm up. Don't do that. I was just vibing. I was just absorbing the tub takes. Emergency.
You're absorbing it through your mouth and out your nose. Yeah, so I think that's like a great time to transition to talk about like Among Us like definitely does get a bit worse in the format. Like we buried the lead a bit on that. But a lot of that is that the juiciest targets to sleep, right? Like you'd really want to be able to spore in Ursaluna, but you're not able to. However, I think it's still gonna have a niche just for being like really pretty sick into Fluttermane still. But like that's something to note, right? Like I mean especially like I think that Among Us is also gonna have an issue with like the time to kill, like increasing like by a lot with this. Because it feels like every Pokemon is just like 130 attacking stat throwing out at least 100 base power move now. And it's like if Among Us can't sit there forever, then that's like less times that you get to go for like an outplay with like Spore or Protect or something. And if it just turns into a basic Rage Powder bot, then that's still useful. It's just not Among Us being broken.
Yeah, like if I have to spore one guy or the other, and one of them's protecting, and one of them's knocking me into range for the double up the next turn with spread moves, like that's not Among Us being broken at all. That's Among Us gets to have a 50-50 to win the game, and not Among Us gets to have like an 80-20 to win the game.
Yeah, and that's not like means that like you're not living with enough HP to switch out, regenerate, or come back in, do it all over again. Instead, you're gonna run Focus Sash or something, which is gross.
Yeah, I mean you're still probably Citrus Berry, but just you're coming back in at 50 instead of 90.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a question about Flame Orb mechanics because I'm not super familiar with them. If you switch out into an Ursaluna, will it get? And if you Volt Switch into it, will it get it?
Yes.
To both.
Yeah.
So-
Flame Orb checks at the end of the turn if you're on the board.
So like I don't know, like people are saying, you gotta like play super passively with it. You don't get to like you have to protect turn one with it, and that's exploitable. Like I just feel like you just don't lead it, and you switch into it at some point, and it gets its boost.
Yeah, I mean you just it's like Palafin type beat, except less investment.
I will simply switch my Palafin into my Ursaluna. Problem solved.
You're gonna lead Iron Hands, Cresselia, and Volt Switch Trick Room, and click Helping Hand Earthquake, and feel real good about yourself, huh, buddy?
I don't think
Dude,
the
it's
Earthquake is killing anything. But yeah, something like that.
I think it is. No, that's the Gavin Michaels play. No one else has come up with that line.
Okay, cool. So which does that go over the Landorus in chalk or the like Roaring Moon in chalk or what?
The Roaring Moon in chalk.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Yes, Landorus is legal in Regulation D. It'll be legal next month. All right. I guess what was the other Pokemon that I wanted to talk about? There was definitely some other stuff. Talk about mostly.
Rappa made a great point.
Go ahead.
That Bear is stronger than Great Tusk before Guts activates.
True. Yeah.
Great Tusk is pretty strong.
Great Tusk is kind of nuts. Speaking of Ursaluna, I think Wochen is a Pokemon that I think suddenly now gets to see play. In that it is pretty good into Ursaluna, and it is pretty good into Urshifu. And those are really, really strong attributes to have in this format. Fluttermane obviously still does really well into it, but like if Fluttermane is at 50% usage and not 80% usage, and realistically it's probably like 40, right? Then then Wochen suddenly becomes a lot more viable.
Okay, Calc is right. Max Guts Facade on the Wochen.
What's the Wosh spread?
Max Bold.
Oh, Max Bold. 35.
Okay, Audie, what's your guess?
Yeah, I'll go like 40. I don't think it's fair. Actually, it's Max Bold. Yeah, shit. I don't want to say 35. I'll still say 40.
No, it's 58 to 69.
For real?
Yeah.
Jeez. That Mon's stupid. What the?
Yeah, like.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Is this your counter? Are you not entertained?
Okay, but in my defense, yes, I'm taking 60. I'm clicking Giga Drain, and I'm doing 50 back. That's a lot of damage, right? 50. And then don't ask me what I know. I don't know, but okay, fair, yeah. Like,
Bear's a bear.
The bear's kind of crazy.
So, like, yeah, just go onto YouTube and look for a montage of a bear going crazy. Actually, that probably isn't allowed to be uploaded. Never mind.
Should we talk about Orthworm?
Orthworm does resist both stabs from Ursaluna.
Yeah, I mean, it does to close combat, but forces them to have close combat. And CC doesn't really hit much else. It's like Corviknight. I wonder how much Corviknight takes from a facade. If you invest, it's not two-shotting. Max HP is getting two-shot, though. By a facade. That's funny.
Let's see. We're trying to think, like...
Does the new Slowbro get the Chilling Reception? Chilling Reception. Yes, Slow King Galar gets Chilling Reception. Yeah!
Okay, so here's two funny things about Ursaluna. It gets Swords Dance and it gets Drain Punch.
True. It's Iron
No.
Hands.
It gets both of those moves. And it has Guts.
Jeez.
It's just the Terrifier Iron Hands, but it doesn't have the Terrifier. That's crazy. This one gets everything.
Yeah, it's Terrifier Iron Hands, but it doesn't Terra, and it already has safety goggles.
Yep.
And it's way stronger.
Yep. Guts goes kind of...
Also, it's pretty heavy, right? Doesn't that Heavy Slam from it do a ton?
I mean, probably. It has to be heavy, right? It's 290 kilos. It's comfortably 120 base power. It's, I think, comparable to Dozo. It's like a decent amount heavier than Dozo. Like 1.4 times heavier. Jeez. Or so. Heavy Slam's like probably not on the Mon, but it learns it. It also is one of the few Mons that gets high horsepower. Yeah,
I,
they just gave the bear all the toys.
it's gonna be using Crunch, I think. That's my guess.
What's that hitting? Ghost types, I guess.
Yeah.
Hmm, I can see it. My counter
Uh,
is Headlong Rush. It's the ghost types.
Yeah, that's why I'm running
Unless,
Mischievous as the counter.
like, unless you're
True.
running Terra Ghost Levitate Mons, which is probably a real option. Because, like, how else are you beating it?
Hmm.
Do we got anything else we really want to talk about?
Is Spectrier any good? That mon was a menace, of course, in Series 9.
Like,
Bro, I
probably.
forgot that was on. Oh my god.
It's base 130 speed, which, as we know, is incredibly slow. Why would you run this?
Hmm.
Um, it's, I mean, it is stronger than Flutter. That's kind of cool, but it doesn't have a secondary stab. It's like slightly stronger Shadow.
Yeah, no shot, no chance.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's
Yeah,
so
this mon
silly.
does.
I can't believe this mon got
This
power
mon,
crept this quickly.
Moxie is cool, or like Crimnate,
Yeah. We can use
but it's not
Salmazenta,
cool enough.
right? That mon's balanced. Uh,
It's balanced no you apparently.
I I think Salmazenta would fit right into this format. It's the Ursa Luna counter. Uh,
How sure are you of that?
I feel
I
like
think it gets.
I think I do something. Keep in mind, you're not running the crowned form. You're just running the normal form, so it's not a steel type. It still gets the +1 boost. I think that's how that works.
Yeah, it gets it once,
That's fine.
but it gets it.
All right, facade on max HP Zom, 62.3 to 73.8.
How much is the body press doing back?
Great question. I'm gonna assume like no defense investment, which probably is incorrect. 61.6 to 73.4. So if you run investment, then like yeah, if you run max investment, the body press can be 84.3 to 99.5.
Yeah, but also
That's kill after
the
burn.
facade does less too. So that's
Yeah,
not good
exactly.
enough. That gets there. See, we just needed Salmazenta. That was the answer.
Mhm.
I think we've covered pretty much all the Pokemon. Did we miss anything? Anything else you guys wanted to talk about before we wrap things up?
Yeah, I feel like we haven't talked about Ursa Luna enough.
We really haven't.
Not no.
I'm just doing a quick scroll through. Reggie Drago exists.
Oh yeah, that mod's also kind of crazy. Okay, I did forget about Regidrago. That is worth talking about because this mod is kind of stupid. Uh, I forgot how low its special attack was. It's like not nearly as stupid as I remember it being. It still
It's
does. Dragon
100.
Energy is Dragon Spout is still kind of crazy, but how much do you think? Okay, Choice Specs Regidrago. Is that killing Ursaluna? No, excuse me, Max HP.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
it kills.
definitely.
All right. Well, then that's an answer, right? Just outpace it and kind of murder it.
Yeah, all right. But
Yep.
how much damage does Dragon Energy do to 4 HP Flutterman?
So true, Vesty.
Yeah. Well, so okay. So one notable thing about like Regidrago and Regieleki, and I did say Regieleki was kind of bad, but like we didn't really touch on the fact that they can Terra and they can run Terra Blast, and this is like the first time that they actually get coverage moves, and so Regidrago is like maybe a build around that gets to Terra out of its weakness and still do a lot of damage to Dragon type moves while also having a second move for the first time ever. So I don't think like it's anything to entirely ignore just because it can actually now run Terra Blast and maybe be a bit of a Terra Hog, but still that's like not the worst thing.
I don't think we've said the move Wicked Blow enough.
That's true.
We really haven't.
We've been talking about Surging Strikes. Wicked Blow is also just nutty.
Yeah, that guy's really good.
Hey, you know what else gets Swords Dance and Drain Punch?
I don't have a funny answer. Where are you going?
It's Urshifu. Urshifu gets Swords Dance and Drain Punch. Yeah, no, this mon, like, okay, give me the top 5 mons in the format without looking at Z's tier list.
Bear.
Okay.
Bear's number 1.
Flutter.
That's the free space.
Yep.
Flutter.
I agree. I think Flutter is number 2 still.
Are we just? Did we forget about Lando T? That's a mon. I feel like we did not talk about.
We didn't talk about it.
We talked about Landorus
Yeah.
right at the beginning, and then we haven't touched
That's
it since.
definitely a
But
top
Lando's
5
still,
mon.
Yeah, it's Landro. It's Intimidate. It's doing everything.
Lando's definitely a top 5 mon for sure.
Have we finally gotten to the point
Yeah.
where Lando T can just embrace its inner DOU and run special sets in VGC?
Yo, I was actually gonna ask that, but then I got sleepy. I think that Lando T is probably the better user of the, like, to get the burn chance off fishing for burns.
oh
Yep.
no, my Ursaluna got burned.
Yeah, but you're still intimidating it, and like that's like actually like pretty good value.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah. That
Yeah, no, I'm being facetious. I think you probably run mixed. I think you still want to be able to like do something into Fluttermane. And Earthquake is also a crazy move. And so I think that you maybe just get to go mixed on this guy. I'm not really sure. It's also speed. Speed is like bad now, right? Like you could run quiet and not feel too bad about yourself, I think. Like, who cares if you're at 99 speed instead of 120 speed?
If we're like reasonably invested in Landorus, Grass Knot 2 shots Ursaluna. Don't worry about how much Facade does back.
Don't worry about it.
oh,
Yeah, I think Landorus should be like pretty good. That does that just make like the other 2 mons like Urshifu and Urshifu?
I think Urshifu is. I think Urshifu is higher than Landorus. Honestly, that might not be true.
Oh, I don't think
Lan-
Landorus is top 5.
Landorus is the problem with
I
Landorus
don't
is
think
that
it's
then
that
you don't
close.
get to run an Ursaluna on the team, or maybe you do, but then you have double ground, right? And that's just like
well, where's the water types?
that's a great question. Where is the water type? So Bundle is probably the water type, right? Oh no,
We've got
Baskia
Palafin
Legion,
and we've got-
Baskia Legion, and Urshifu.
No, we've got
Urshifu,
Urshifu.
yes.
I
There
think
is-
it's Urshifu and Palafin.
There are 50 fucking water types.
Fuck yeah, there's too many water types. Palafin
And
still
they're
gonna
all
be
bad.
around. Palafin is like honestly like
I would argue there's like 3 water types, Gavin.
I count 4 just looking at this page.
Palafin,
There's way more than
Bundle,
that.
Urshifu.
Baskia Legion.
Maybe Baskia Legion.
I think Baskia Legion is probably real.
You're forgetting about Pelipper.
No, I wasn't forgetting about it.
You're forgetting about Pelipper.
No, I wasn't forgetting about it. I was choosing to exclude it. It's different.
Okay, like I don't know. Like also like there is probably worse things than Gyarados, right? Because like if Ursaluna is going to be so common, then just intimidate spam and just like having ways to deal with like King Gambit like is probably pretty real.
That's remember the -1 bear doing crazy stuff? It's doing crazy stuff still.
Oh no! If only there was another flying type intimidator.
I mean, are we?
I think
Like-
that Baskia Legion is probably a real Pokemon, largely because it can switch into normal type moves. Right, the Ghost typing is really valuable for it.
Can we just put Amoonguss in the top 5? Like I
No.
I don't think Amoonguss is a top 5 Pokemon.
Sorry, Jeudy.
No, I think Amoonguss is still probably going to be really fucking good. It's just like going down from like S tier to A tier. There's probably not going to be like 5 S tier mons, so you could like squint and call Amoonguss top 5. It's not like true top 5, but it can be 5th.
I think it's always top 10. I think it's really hard for Amoonguss
Yeah,
to
it's
drop out
gonna
of the
be top 10.
10.
Just not top 5.
I'm curious to see what the 2 mons are.
So we got
I'm going
Fluttermane.
Tornadus.
We got Fluttermane, we got Ursaluna. We got Ursaluna and then Fluttermane and then Urshifu as the top 3. And then we haven't settled on like 4 or 5.
Tornadus.
You think Torn is up there?
Yeah,
Um
I'm really convinced Izzy's argument.
Z's argument was really good. All the like hyper offense teams are going to be able to abuse Torn really effectively.
Like,
I'm gonna put
Pranks are
Crest up there.
talent. Sure.
I agree.
I'm down
I
for
think Crest. I think that if you're trying to do anything defensive in this format, you probably have to have a Crest on the team.
Or a Bronzong.
Yeah. If you want to do something defensive in this format, you either have to have a Cress or a Bronze Song, and that is inclusive of just having a Cress.
Yeah, you're allowed to call Bronzong a subset of Cresselia.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Sure, I'm okay with saying that the top 5 includes Tornadus and Cresselia, and Tornadus being 5th. I don't know if I'd put it higher. That is pretty comparable to Z's list. Z had no Fluttermane is not on this list because it's not a new Pokemon. Yes, I think that Chen Pao, you could like, and Chiyu are like reasonably still top 10 Mons. I don't know if they
those guys are
they're top 10.
You could make an argument that Chen Pao as an enabler for some of the crazier Pokemon we're getting is top 5, right? Like you could put it next to an Urshifu or an Ursaluna, and just it kind of goes kind of nuts.
I mean, Dragonite's still going to be up there. That manga continues to find a way. I think this is just Dragonite's gen.
Mm-hmm. I think Dragonite definitely will still continue to see play. Would not shock me. Other thing is that Chiyu gets a bunch of friends now. Like all the genies are just best friends with Chiyu all of a sudden. And that's pretty cool too. So I think that mon is still going to be around. Deltron says, curious about Prankster. I think low key, like Prankster screens Grimmsnarl, has Parting Shot and has a Spirit Break for the for Urshifu. I think it's still going to be around. Obviously Urshifu is annoying because it breaks screens, but like it does get to do its job a lot more effectively. Again, Fluttermane going from 80% usage to 40% usage just suddenly means a lot of Pokemon are back to being semi-viable. So I could see Grimmsnarl overtaking Klefki as the best screen setter of the format.
I don't know that Flutter drops that far.
I don't think it's not 80, right? Like, do you think
it's not 80?
Do you think it's on half the teams?
I totally could be.
I go 40.
It's still really good.
It is still really good.
Like, have you considered that you could just have a Fluttermane on your team, and then that's one of your 4 Pokemon that you bring to games, instead of not?
Yeah.
Like, I might be Series 3 build, but I don't think I am.
I mean, it's still just like, again, Ghost typing is really good because Ursaluna does not want to be clicking Headlong Rush. It wants to be clicking Facade. That's the big damage move for it, right? And so,
like, look at these Pokemon and show me a mon that actually wants to take either a Moonblast or a Shadow Ball. Like, that can comfortably take either.
Heatran.
Not really. Like, kind of.
It's like pretty comfortable with it.
Kind of.
It certainly is comfortable with the Moonblast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll give you a Heatran.
Something silly I just realized that Fluttermane, even when going modest, is going to be faster than the genies, right? Like that's just.
It hits 187, right? And the genies
are not even close to that.
That's insane. Holy crap.
Yeah, no, the speed ceiling in this format just has dramatically increased. It's so silly. Spectre is just a bad Pokemon. It's just not fast enough.
Specs Flutter in the Sun does pick up Ursaluna.
That's a lot of multipliers.
Yeah. Or, sorry, after Terra Fairy. It needs the Terra Fairy and have Sun, though.
Gotcha. I mean, still, Dazzling Gleam from Fluttermane is maybe the best single cleanup move in the entire game, and I don't know if that's ever really going to be power crept. I say that, but I can't believe Spectre got power crept. That's also just insane. I don't know. I've gone through like a couple boxes worth of Pokemon just talking about them. Okay, I say that, but like all of the genies also get spread moves that are really good at cleaning up games. And we got like Basculin Legion and Palafin still as like cleanup Pokemon as well. And so we do have a lot of really cool.
Are we looking at Wide Guard? Do we have any interesting Wide Guarders? Or is it
Pelipper?
Pelipper. Yeah, okay.
I know what I said.
Yeah, but I didn't know what you said.
Chestnut is a brand new Pokemon that gets Wide Guard.
Fine, Pelipper can be the 6th best mon in the format.
We got Hisui and Avalugg as the other new Wide Guard user. We got 2.
Yo, hold up.
Jeudy putting Armarouge in his builder for the 6th straight month.
No, I'm over it. I haven't even thought about that one. I didn't even mention it during the entire stream.
It's crazy that none of the new mons got wide guard.
Actually, that is like fair, right? Like
Or
if we're
it's
saying
just
that like
chest on.
dark types are probably going to be relatively less common, right? Then like maybe that like justifies size spam a little bit more.
Yeah, I can see it.
It,
Like if it's
So,
yeah.
something Z did tweet when I was like, Quest is the best trick rumor. They did mention that they felt that Armroge might be a bit good. I think that they were underrating Cresselia, but I can see Armroge and like hard trick room because like Torkoal blows through teams still.
Yeah.
I
So-
agree that Torkoal blows.
Yes. So it'll have a place. I literally just checked Twitter as we were talking, and Len literally fucking made a hard trick room team with size spam stuff. So I'm like, yeah, it's gonna exist.
Hisuian Lilligant does hit a better speed tier than regular Lilligant. Lily Cole's probably still real. My apologies to everyone.
No, I think okay. My last take is that I think Chew's actually like cracked all the genies. I just think clicking your crazy spread move and your crazy spread move and doing extra damage and having all these crazy effects is really powerful. That's my last takeaway. Obviously, yes, Ursaluna just murks them, but you know, it goes. You go first.
Yeah, sounds alright.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I very briefly mentioned, or we were talking about this, but like, talk about ghost types, right? Like, forcing the Ursaluna to click a single target move and call whether you switch or not is like maybe going to be one of the best ways to beat it. Like, part of why Fluttermane is so good is that they don't get to freely spam Facade into the slot because they have to be wary of a Fluttermane switching. And so
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot, I think, of like Terra Ghost type of mind games, right? Of just trying to be like, am I doing it this turn? And then they're never actually doing it, but like they made you think that they were.
Except for the time they did it, and they got a huge hit off on your bear for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
all right.
Ursaluna makes me think that we need ally switch back in the game. We don't. We very much don't. But it's the type of mon that makes that really really hates ally switch.
All right, let's go me. Let's go mono water.
Are you in the wait? Have you seen the finals of the room tour? There's a Pelipper.
No.
There's a
Yeah, I'm looking at the screen right now. Like Pelipper Flock, let's fly.
Mm-hmm. And there's also a Torkoal. And that's a Swords Dance Ursaluna. Oh my god, they are.
That was greedy. That was greedy. It already one-shot everything.
Yeah, but now it's still one shots everything.
It really one-shot everything, huh? We see the Hisui and Lilligant in finals as well. That's still like, I mean, if the name of the game is to go fast, I mean, that was what you called out in Series 2. Might be something to revisit. The problem is, like, that felt like a meta call, and I don't know if the meta is going to be nearly established enough to do that at Worlds.
Yeah, it was also just
I was
powerful
muted the
stuff
whole
was
time
worth
when I
it.
was popping off for this finals. Yeah,
Swords Dance again.
this
Do it again.
bro.
No.
I just watched Hard Trick Room.
Bro, they needed to preserve the Pelipper. They needed to sack the Regieleki and then double protect, and then they won.
Well, I think that the fact that the Unga decided to click Swords Dance was very sus.
Like a little bit. All right, now this Basque Legion's going to have such a crazy, what's it called? Last Respect.
It sure is.
And it's going to definitely not die to this Ursaluna. What? Thunder?
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Wave
Oh
crash.
my gosh! Why did
Okay, that was way more damage than I thought it'd be.
If they click Terra Blast into the Ursaluna, they won.
What is happening? This finals. has some spaghetti gameplay.
All right, I'm still on Team Pelipper.
Yeah, let's go Pelipper.
Oracle 1.
Oh,
Scoreboard.
well, it's okay.
Still on Team Pelipper.
Scoreboard.
If this person protected the
Oh,
like
Polar Beam Charcoal. I want nothing to do with them.
wait, no, I don't have a team ready for the next team tour. No.